Good evening, everybody. Oh, that's not supposed to be. Bit early. Oopsie. Stay easy. Okay, fuck it. Let's just keep it going like this. Yeah. I guess I forgot to undo it the other night. Yes. I'm thinking of maybe throwing around some of my UI real quick. I'm gonna soon after the starting conversation, of course. I will do some yeah. But today's plan is again more MSQing. Also, I'm thinking maybe I'm gonna butcher some karaoke set today as well. Oh, there we go. Save away. Save away. Sephiroth. Hey Kev, how you doing? Kev, yes, how you doing? Stop lagging. I know you can do it. I know you can work. I shouldn't say it like that, fuck. Nice. Also, something is different about my character, isn't it? Last time you saw my character, he was taller. Also, let me just double check if this works. Yes, it works. But yeah, basically, yeah, that's the plans. Okay, let me just... There we go. Yeah, not only that. Switch genders. Basically, I can't change back to my normal character until the 5th of January. They bought a character, how do you say it, for like 20k, changed character gender. And then I made the stupid offer of allowing them to expand. Yes. Expand the duration. And that happened. But today's goal is MSQ, so yeah. Basically, I'm going to be playing patch by patch. Off stream on Discord, streaming on Discord, I have been able to get many of the relic thingies, quests done that I haven't done. The Moogle stuff is halfway done. The Namasu is basically halfway done. I've not done any of the Shadowbringers ones yet. But I will do that soon on my own time, unlocking them. On the Discord, by the way. Streaming it on the Discord, yes. My Dark Knight is nearly level 80 as well, which is nice. Got to level up my healer more. Which now finally has their new... how do you say it? Their new... Wait, no, wait a moment. Let me just dispel all glamour. Oh, actually. Dispellation for now. Okay, that looks fucking dope. Oh, wait. No. Okay, fucking dying. Nah, the white is best. This way is best, honestly. Oh? I'm gonna adjust that portrait. There you go. Perfection. Remove given lever plate link for now. Yes, we like this. Okay, let's go do the story now. Sound the bell, school's in. What? Oh, there you are. Feeling refreshed, I hope. I was about to make my way to the studio, as it appears. I wanted to try and speak with Scholar Montechar and thank him for coming to our rescue in the Rostra. As it turns out, he'd come here to see us following the hearing, only to find that we'd already departed for Tefnair. Knowing him, he was probably hoping to chew the cud with his former students. Since we're still all waiting for Ishtola and the others, I thought now the perfect time to pay him a visit. Care to join me? Sure, let's go. It's settled. The twins will be coming too, assuming Alphino can tear himself away from his new toys. I'll let you ready the troops while I go on ahead to the phenomenon. Considering my recent impropriety, perhaps I should avoid showing my face around the studio for a time. That might be for the best. Yes. If the others should return, tell them we will not be long. What did you hear? Alpha. Damn it, dat ik een sneak him on the way. Wait, I started this quest, what? Heading out for a stroll. We're going to go to the Scholarium. The Scholar himself is here. In that case, what are we waiting for? I too am eager to see him, though I'm somewhat dread the thought of visiting the studium. I dare say our notoriety precedes us. Oh, for no. Of all people worrying over his reputation and at our alma mater, no less. Those wonders never cease. You'll understand soon enough. Off we go. Not really happy with the HUD at the moment. I will change this up over time. No, that's too tall for long for it. Going back to Sage, I want to see something. Okay, I need to update that a bit. Okay, better than this for now. I won't be able to get it. There we go. Wondering what will happen if I've complete once I complete this quest. Then I should have used the Aetheryte because I can use the Aetheryte to go over there. Fuck me. I hate. Be stupid. Cutscene time. Bum bum bum. Here it is. Phenomenon. Well, I expect you made note of it before. One can hardly miss it. This is the first time you've been here for official business. Correct? While most of the space is taken up by the expensive auditoriums, it also houses numerous laboratories, testing grounds for experimental magics, and a host of administrative offices and so forth. Okay. As the center of what would later become the studium. Yes. It was established to promote the study of aetheological phenomena, hence the name. So, with aether being a fundamental aspect of nature, its scope expanded to include every conceivable facet of life and even the universe itself. And then, in the 432nd year of the 6th astral era, Phenomenon was decreed complete and the studium officially opened as a place of learning. With a long and storied history, it is without question the world's leading authority in astrology, the arcane, the occult, astromancy, and countless other fields, standing proud as Charlene's foremost educational institute. He always did enjoy giving the grand tour to new students. Indeed, I've long since lost track of how many times he has recited that foppish speech. Such is his undying love for his old stamping ground. He was in top form back then, youngest to enter the studium, graduated with the highest honors in magical arts and astrology, undisputed champion of the debating chamber. Hold on, you both joined the studium at the same age, yes? And from where I stand, you are equally prodigious scholars. Nice of you to say, but Alphino actually entered half a year before me. Nor did I do well enough to graduate with honors. And I am certainly not the studium's most notorious master debater. In all respects have I ever been in a shadow. If nothing else, just remember that this was where the legend of Alphino Leveler began. We should expect everyone to be fully aware of our recent escapades. Hopefully we'll be somewhat more welcome here than we were at the last stand. I know better than anyone that the auditorium, no adoration the student body has for Alphino. And with a bit of luck, it might work to our advantage. No, there's no time like the present. First things first, let's look for the scholar Montechamp. Other faculty tend to frequent their offices. But unfortunately for us, he is fond of wandering wheresoever his whims take him. Let's split up and ask the students if they've seen him. Good deal. I guess it's time to enter the school. That was Alphino Leveler, wasn't it? The Alphino Leveler. And he's with his sister and Master Baldassian's granddaughter. This can only mean one thing. An event of epoch-shattering proportions is fast approaching. Spread the word! Oh, sorry, you said you were looking for the scholar, yes? Knowing him, he could be anywhere. But Miss Aliapo should have a better idea. Ba, 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 da, ba. Are you lost? Wanderer in of the street, perhaps? Wait, don't tell me. You're a trainee gleaner fresh off the guild ship. I'm right, aren't I? Oh, how silly of me. An orientation is in order. Allow me to bid you a warm welcome to Surge's Meet. Let me start with the question. What is the most important thing you'll find in the studium? That's right, books. And what's the second most important? Why, that's simple. Everything else. That's what we do here at Surge's Meet. Whenever the students or tutors find themselves in need of equipment or materials. 1. So far 1. I think. They come to us. If we don't have it in our stores, we send the cleaners off to find it. Honestly, you wouldn't believe some of the requests we get. Eye of Paisa. This. Tongue of Gigantoad. That. It's enough to make your hair stand on end. Which is possibly what some of our students are trying to accomplish. This being a school of magic and all. Okay. As our newest cleaner, you'll have real work cut out for you, but I think you'll find it quite rewarding. The only thing I'm interested in gleaning is information on the Skylark's whereabouts. Hey, Aurora as well. Hi. I beg your pudding. You're not a gleaner. Then this was all an elaborate ruse. No, wait. Come to think of it, you never actually claimed to be one in the first place. My mistake. Yes. For some reason, I guess I'm pretty good at names. He was here, but now he's not. I did speak with him shortly before you arrived, though. He said he was on his way to Maker's Meet. They already tried to trip me up in advance with some on-trail names. I aced it first try, one of them. Go back to where you came and you'll find on the opposite side of the entrance it's a laboratory of sorts. Home. Home to many rare and expensive curios. Not to mention alarmingly frequent accidents. If you lose your way, just follow the blood-curdling streams. Ha! In the time it's taken me to tell you all of this, the Skylark has probably already left. Best of luck finding him. I have a feeling you'll need it. Indeed I do. Indeed I do. We'll probably need it, yes. Things were bad enough during our school days, and Alvno's time abroad has only heightened his fame. Or should that be infamy? He had his rivals and detractors, of course, though most of them gave that up after his adoring fans set upon them like ravenous dogs. Alvno, on the other hand, never paid them much notice. They were simply beneath him. I assure you, I'll tell you all about it after my business with the Skylark has concluded. The Skylark, tell me, my good fellow, does this have something to do with saving the world from catastrophe? Might we turn our attention to Master Leveler's graduation thesis? I too have my doubts regarding our policy of non-intervention. Is it true that your experiences overseas are the reason you have incurred the ire of the Forum? Oh, what I wouldn't give to see you butt heads with those old codgers. God damn, Alvno, you're a popular kid, aren't you? Yes, the Skylark was here a short while ago. He offered me advice on my current research project. Though we spoke at length, I don't recall him mentioning where he was planning to go next. When we parted way, he went down the corridor, perhaps to one of the auditoriums. I'm just doing it for the leveling. Ah, never mind. I could accept the quest as I think. Let's go.
Ah, I remember you.
I pray we have not caught you at an inopportune moment. We wanted to offer our thanks for your kind words in the forum.
Well, I could hardly let that Inquisition go unchallenged. I've always believed that curiosity should be nurtured, not stifled. Thankfully, a majority of my colleagues agreed. A slender majority, aye, but a majority nonetheless.
Had the vote not gone our way, we would be having a very different conversation, if any at all. Though I'd like to think you would have not given up on our cause. I'm told you paid a visit to the Annex afterwards.
Yes, that's right. I was hoping to speak with the grandchildren of my dearly departed friends Galuf and Louisoix in a less dour setting. But it seems I just missed you. I still can't believe how much you've grown. If only your grandsires could have seen the way you presented yourselves to the Forum. Why, it fair brought a tear to my own eye. You must have the patience of a saint, putting up with this lot and their antics. Never mind Matoya's prize student. Luckily, I know a thing or two about managing unruly younglings. If you ever need advice, don't hesitate to ask.
Will do, sir, will do.
If I may, there is a rather more pressing matter we wish to discuss. What can you tell us of this duty that the Forum must fulfill?
Nothing, I'm afraid. Like all humble servants of the Forum, I am sworn to secrecy. Or rather, I couldn't tell you if I tried. Our duty is of the gravest importance. Furthermore, if the particulars were made public, it would incite widespread panic. As such, those entrusted with this duty have been bound by an enchantment, which prevents us from speaking of such matters without the express permission of the Forum.
How is that even possible?
It's been some time since I last gave a lecture. Please, take a seat.
Okay, let me try. Tuliolal. Tulia, Olal. First try or second try? Kev, which one of the two is it? Good, so there's two Tula Yolal. Okay, let's see one. We're getting a lecture, let's go.
We shall begin by reviewing the fundamentals of etherology. The ether, which imbues us with life, can be categorized into 3 forms. 2 are of the incorporeal sort, the soul and the memory. Can anyone tell me the third?
Wait, what did you say again? Corporeal.
Yes, very good. This is the form with which the layman is most familiar. Consumed by even the simplest of daily activities, and replenished by the food and drink that sustain us, this form of ether is in constant flux. In contrast, the ether that comprises the soul is rarely subject to dramatic change. The same can be said for memory, as the two are intrinsically linked.
Indeed.
Picture the soul as paper, and memories as words written upon it.
Welcome to the something.
Now, what would happen if that paper was doused with ink?
Wait, is it welcome to the lecture?
Of ether as comprises the memories.
It would blot out everything that was written.
Precisely. We would be unable to recall the memories, and any activities that depend upon them would be hindered as well. In fact, this exact phenomenon was observed on a vast scale not so long ago. And what might that have been?
The 7th Umbral Calamity. The people of Eorzea vividly recall Bahamut breaking free of the Lesser Moon and raining hellfire down upon the realm. But no one could seem to remember the events that followed immediately afterwards.
Indeed. To this day, we have yet to determine whether it was an unintended consequence or a deliberate act.
Volyof Tai.
The enchantment which binds me and the rest of the Forum is based on a similar principle. And yes, it is a contravention of the Charlian prohibition against the practice of memory manipulation. Only when a new member is inducted and told of our great duty are they subjected to the process. A necessary evil. You have my word that it would never be used to manipulate the populace?
I should hope not. But can this enchantment be dispelled and your memories restored?
If 9/10 of our members give their approval, then the process may be reversed. Then, and only then, would we be able to speak freely to others of our sacred duty. Barring that, we must wait until we return to the ethereal sea. For there we will be purified, the blots upon our souls washed clean.
Okay.
And our memories drift apart and dissolve. Rather defeating the purpose, I suppose.
True.
But there are those memories that are indelibly etched upon our souls.
We know that one.
What happens after that?
We are reduced to pure ether, coalesce with that of others, and create souls anew. Alternative schools of thought assert souls remain whole and return to the corporeal world, reborn into another form.
This is a second form in this world. If I am to
Both
believe the
theories have their
Asians.
proponents. Personally, I consider each equally probable. Well, I think that's enough education for today. Now that I've given you some food for thought, or rather, an entire banquet.
He has jokes. Oof.
I would remind you that although I'm unable to assist you with certain matters, the resources at my disposal may still be of use to you. I'll arrange for you all to be given the run of Phenomenon. Of course, as associate to our alumni and the students of Baldessian, this privilege is extended to you as well, my friend.
Nice. Thank you.
Oh, and I suggest you speak with Ki Aliapo. She's well known among the artisans of Sharlayan, and her network of contacts may prove useful in your search for knowledge. I wish you all the best in your
Ki
pursuits,
Aliapo. Okay.
wheresoever
Or
they may
Po.
take you.
Ki Aliapo. You have been granted the run of the phenomenon. If you are game, Ki Aliapo would put your artisanry to good use. Wait a moment. Is that a fucking? Is that a fucking society? This feels like a society quest line. Am I right or am I wrong? I think I'm right. Well, that's given me much to mull over. I feel as though we're one step closer to understanding the form's true motives and the mysteries of life itself. For good measure. It's funny, I came here with the intent of expressing my gratitude, only to leave more indebted than before. I have a feeling his friendship and support will be a great boon to us in days to come. And on that note, let us head back to the annex. Perhaps on the way, you could better acquaint yourself with... no. It's Ki Aliapo. As the scholar suggested, while I share our findings with Raha. But now, now. Time to enter the main hall. Let's go. Having spent most of the time in Tefner, I've yet to fully grasp the lie of the land here in Charleon. Even finding my way to the annex proved the challenge. Estinian returned not long after we departed for the studium. A shame that he missed the chance to attend our lecture with the Scholark, or perhaps not. You better not let your guard down around Key. One small favor becomes another, and then another, and before you know it, you'll be running to the other side of the world in search of a bottle of wine or some other rubbish. Then again, it might make for a welcome change of pace from your usual heroics. And as the scholar said, it could also lead to interesting discoveries. It seems I've done an adequate job relaying Scholark Montechant's lecture to Raha. Given his experiences in the field of souls and memories, he had no trouble understanding it. Cutscene time? Welcome back. From what I hear, your trip to the studium proved most educational. While you were away, I received word from our fellow Scions. As expected, news of the warding skills was met with much joy. Preparations are now underway to bring the leadership of the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance together to determine a way forward. Our friends have asked that we bring the skills in our possession to Limsalo Minsa. So the time has come for us to go on the offensive. It's too early to say for certain, but that does seem to be the way the winds are blowing. I, for one, can think of no reason to oppose such a plan, but let us see what awaits us in Vilbrand. Let's start by getting the skills out of storage. Give me a hand with you, Estinian. I mean, you're the tallest here, Estinian. If it is up high, you are the best to pick it up. Phew. I didn't realize these crates were so heavy. I shouldn't complain though. Petra and the alchemists of the great work put their heart and soul into each and every one of these skills, so you must treat them with the utmost care. Are you not coming with us? As much as I would like to escape the form's watchful gaze, I have little choice but to stay behind. We're already on thin ice, and if I, in my capacity as our official representative, were found to be consorting with foreign powers, well, you can imagine how that would go. I shall remain here and do my utmost to avoid ruffling any more feathers as I await word from Master Matoya and our other allies. With luck, we'll soon have good news of our own to share. The tide is about to turn, I can feel it. To Limsalo Minsa! Let's go to Limsalo Minsa! Okay, just getting a bit used to the new positioning I've done. But it's worth it, I think, in the long run. That way you guys can see it as well, and such, so yeah. And Limsalo Minsa decks. Holy shit, that's busy here. When I logged in this morning, it was fucking empty. Yes, let's go. We enter the room now. Is Sir Emric here as well? My apologies for calling you away from Charlene at such short notice. On the contrary, we are honored and grateful and pleasantly surprised to be joined by such esteemed company. Thus only right that this discussion be conducted in person. We are locked in a war of attrition, our forces struggle to contain the threat posed by the towers, and it is only a matter of time before we are overwhelmed. Victory will only be claimed through decisive action, and we have taken the initiative to set the wheels in motion. It is reassuring to learn we are all in accord. But might I ask what your plan entails? It hinges entirely on the warning skills and our ability to utilize their potentials to the fullest. During your time in Charlene, the allied nations have been engaged on separate fronts with no end in sight. To make matters worse, assertion abductions of kobolds, the Hagin, Exo, and Ananta have given rise to an increasing number of primals as well. But your triumph in Rats at Hand has given us cause to hope once more. The time has come to free ourselves of this menace. It is you, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, who has shown us the way. While the bulk of our forces will continue to hold the Telofroi at bay, we will dispatch our final strike at the enemy's heart, the Garlemald. These brave few will be the Ilsabard contingent. I think such progress has been made in so short a span. Its objectives are twofold. The first is to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. As previously reported, countless Imperial soldiers and civilians have been tempered. Robbed of their free will, they serve the Telofroi's every whim without question. They too are victims. It is our duty to deliver them from their sufferings. Not for strategic or political gain, but because it is the right thing to do. I do not ask we set aside decades of conflict and conquest. That we simply choose to forgive and forget. I ask only that in choosing to remember, we do not also forsake our compassion and morality, for without that, there can be no reconciliation, only death without end. On that we can all agree. Our second objective is the colossal tower that Tancred and Urianje observed in the capital. Though its purpose remains unclear, there is reason to believe the smaller spires are merely a precursor of what's yet to come. Until the Tower of Sot was toppled, we'd fail to make any headway, though the same could be said of the Telofroi. They are certainly in no rush to press further into our lands. Either way, the spires' primary purpose is to fight and keep us occupied, while they work towards our annihilation. This would appear to be substantiated by Ishtola's analysis of the tower's influence on ethereal currents. Based on our observations inside the Tower of Sot, the spires siphon aether from the land, consuming it to maintain their form. However, they draw forth far more than is required for this task alone. The excess of aether remains unaccounted for, but we can be sure it is not being harnessed for our benefit. It wouldn't surprise me in the least if it was being redirected to the largest spire in the capital. There is a logic in that, regardless once we have uncovered the truth. We'll bring their schemes crashing down, along with their infernal towers. That's all well and good. But what would you have us do? I assume it's more than handing over the skills and being on our way. We want you and your skills to join the Ilsabad contingent. Consider it an official request from both the Grand Company of Eorzea and the Eastern Alliance. Do you accept? Yes. Perhaps you should be the one to answer that. For the people of Garlemald. Couldn't have put it better myself. Ishtola, Tancred and Uranje have already pledged their support and are on their way to meet the rest of the contingent. They were positive you would come to the same decision as they did. Luckily for all involved, their prediction was correct. Once you have delivered the warding skills to Alamigo, the contingent will embark on its journey to Ilsabad. Robban and Lord Emric are overseeing preparations, so I suggest you make yourself known upon your arrival. Pack warm clothing, furs and the like. Without it, the cold will do you in before the Telophoroi so much as trolls too. As for us, we'll keep the enemy busy while you're gone. They're not the only ones who can create a diversion. Now go! Safe in knowledge Eorzea will be as you left it, or better, upon your return. I'll be right back. I'm gonna put some nose spray. My nose is fucking clogged again. Yay. Eh. But Mr. back, chat. I done nose spray and I also got myself a small snack because I'm hungry. Oh. On my go roll. Come on, buddy. Okay. Ah, the Wanderer's return. You've been busy bringing down that tower and producing the keys to destroying the rest of them. You should be proud. Those warring skills of yours are what's made this whole venture possible, not ours. From the alchemist of Rotsat Han. Rotsat Han, I mean. Fuck Hen. Fuck! Fuck! Hi, Shadow! Hi, how are you doing? I can actually wave. Oh, damn, a bit laggy. I guess I'm going too fast for this 30 FPS it can do. Not 20 FPS. Or I guess no, I was fucking 20 FPS. What the fuck? How the fuck could you tell that I was at 20 FPS? What the fuck, Swordek? How? Will you and Lord Emmerich be leading the contingent? Incredibly, no. I thought so. I saw it while I was going through the discords. Regrettably, no. Our role is to organize the various delegation into a cohesive unit. Once we've seen you all off, it's back to our respective posts. We dare not neglect our duties for too long, lest our defensive efforts fall into disarray. Fair enough. Enough. I need to upgrade my PC if I ever want to stream the new Total War games that are going to come out. Ooh, so close. And just between us, there was a fair amount of opposition to the formation of the Ilsabar contingent. The very suggestion that we send out some of our finest troops behind enemy lines to render aid until the Garleans has made me rather unpopular in certain quarters. Can't please them all. Certainly not. Though I do my best, truth be told, I'd much rather be at your side, charging into the fray. Alas, I have battles of my own to fight. Where words may be better than any blades. Hate to say it, but Lord Emmerich's struggles mirror my own. For the time being, the best we can offer you is a peace of mind from knowing Aeorus is in safe hands. As you fight a good fight in Ilsabad, I and the other commanders will do what we can to convince the naysayers that our cause is just. Thank you, both of you. We meet again. Gaius! Much has occurred since we parted ways in Verlet. From what I gather, the protective talisman you obtained led to the formation of this expeditionary force. My contribution on this occasion is but a minor one. That being the information I've shared with Maxima, for the sake of the people of Garlemald, may the fates be on your side. So you're not coming with us? Strange, I thought you'd have a stake in this. I do. The Telophoroi have laid waste to my homeland and enslaved my people. But so every mode of my being cries for vengeance, I cannot be the one to deliver it. My presence alone would place the entire mission in jeopardy. I stand accused of murdering Emperor Faris and plunging Garlemald into chaos. Were I to travel with the Ilsabard contingent, it would give my countrymen ample cause to question our motives. Conversely, those who believe me innocent may instead celebrate the return of a former legatus and attempt to raise me into a position of leadership, further destabilizing the region and complicating the contingent's mission. Whether I am branded a villain or hailed as a hero, I would only hinder your efforts. I doubt they'll be pleased to see the champion of Eorzea set foot on Garlean soil. A fair point, but so long as you refrain from announcing your arrival to all and sundry, the average person should have no inkling as to your identity. Good point, guys. Although your titles and deeds are common knowledge, only a select few would recognize you on sight alone. Perhaps one day they will learn that the Warrior of Light is not a demon to be feared, but a woman. No, you know me as a man, guys. Remember, I'm just cursed in RP. Nah, just kidding, okay. A woman deserving of their trust. In light of Gaius' rather unique circumstances, I instead will assume the role of your guide. Though I may have defected for political reasons, my love for Garlemald endures. I would stop at nothing to protect her and her people. Well said. Might I ask you to escort our friends inside? You might even bump into an old acquaintance or two, and I don't see you. And if I don't see you again ere you depart, may the Fury guide and protect you, all of you. Where are the legs though? Fucking hell, eh, game. No leg stuffies? Maxima, let's go. No. There we go. Ooh, gift basket. Best of the best. The other members of the Ilsabard contingent are gathered in the royal palace. I shall inform them of your arrival, so please make your way inside as soon as you're ready. Yes, let's go in. Oh, this one has voice acting.
By the 12.
Glad you could join us. I hope you don't mind, but we went ahead and started without you.
As you can imagine, our traveling companions were eager to become acquainted. 'Tis a rare thing indeed to see such a diverse and talented group of individuals assembled for a single purpose.
Indeed.
We fight not only for the sake of Eorzea, but for the entire world, including the people of Garlemald. Much rides on the efforts of the Ilsabard contingent.
Indeed, which is why I am glad to find myself in the company of many trusted comrades, yourselves included.
Lucia! Lucia, fuck.
I have come at the behest of Lord Emmerich, who has honored me with the role of Ishgard's representative. And for the good of all nations, not least my former homeland, I am determined to see this mission through to its end. We have a hard road ahead of us, but walk it we shall, together.
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Once more. I have faith that if there is a way to resolve this conflict, we will find it.
Such
Allow me to introduce you to the
devastation!
rest of our company.
This was not my intention!
Everyone! If I may have your attention. Might I ask you to speak first?
If I must, I am Arun Senna, spokesman for the Gridanian delegation, here on behalf of my esteemed sister, the Elder Seedseer. We shall provide support and protection to those in need during our time in Garlemald. To that end, I am joined by healers selected by the Conjurers Guild, with the Order of the Twin Adder's Finest serving as our escort. Of course, with an experienced white mage such as yourself accompanying us as well, those requiring more involved treatment will be in safe hands. Raya O sends her regards, by the way.
Suppose I'd better say my piece.
Hey, Secret.
Wait, I know you. The name's Sicard, in case you've forgotten. Truth be told, I'd rather you had forgotten. Any road, the Admiral asked Captain Hillfear to send his best, and for whatever reason, he picked me. Of course, if I'd refused, I'd be the laughing stock of the bloody executioners, and my reputation's taken enough of a keyhauling as it is. But more importantly, like any pirate worth his salt, I know when you're staring down a storm, you gotta trust in the commander of your ship. So if the Admiral wants us to go to Garlemald, not for plunder and glory, but a promise of peace in our time, then that's what we'll do.
Good.
Since we all know how much the Empire loves its steel, we thought we'd bring along a few smiths to make the most of it. Give them a pile of scrap and they'll cobble together anything you fancy. Of course, just like the Gridanians, we got fighters of our own. We might have come with a more constructive purpose in mind, but we're more than capable of cracking skulls, believe you me.
Well, you're certainly raring to go. But then again, so are we. The most dependable warriors of Uldar and Alamigo have assembled at the Sultana and General Aldin's behest. If Garlemald has truly fallen, then the whole place is likely to be crawling with Telophoroi. We'll need plenty of troops to clear and hold a path for others to follow. That's where we come in. Naturally, Marshal Tarapin and I will be leading from the front.
It's been some time since I last saw you in your element on the battlefield.
Yes, I know.
From what I've heard, you've become pretty fearsome yourself. Master Matoya, the Avatar of Destruction. With comrades like these, I know we'll succeed, no matter what awaits us. And then we might finally get a chance to enjoy a good long rest. But until then, let's give it our all.
As As for Ishgard, we Temple Knights have come in force to uphold our nation's commitment to the peace and welfare of our allies. The bitter cold of Garlemald is a formidable enemy in of itself. Our experience fighting in ice and snow will prove invaluable in the days ahead.
Agreed.
Accordingly, I have been designated commander of the Ilzabard contingent. I will do all in my power to provide you with the leadership and guidance you require. The four high houses, House Hylinart foremost among them, have arranged for a host of machinists to join us on our mission. Their knowledge of Imperial Magitech is sure to be a great boon. They will address any problems of a technical nature, together with the smiths of Limpsa Lomitsa. There is another awaiting introduction.
Oh! Menelane.
Lord Emanelane?
Ah, yes. Emanelane de Forton, at your service. Though, lest there be any misunderstanding, I should stress that I've not become a fearsome warrior while you were away. Rather, far from it, actually. My brother, in his infinite wisdom, decided this would be an excellent chance to make something of myself. Oh, and fight for world peace and all that. But, should the opportunity arise for a spot of ballroom dancing, I will be your twinkle-toed gentleman of light.
Gentleman of Light. Oh god, and Menelane has been spending time with Hildebrand. Oh god, no, 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 he has been corrupted by Amandaphil. No! He has been corrupted by the Amandaphils. May your graceful prancing lead the way to victory. Yes, he turned Mandaphilus. I dare say your fancy footwork may be all that stands between us and certain doom.
Huzzah! I cannot wait to regale Honoroi with my tales of daring do.
Honoroi?
I believe that concludes introductions for the Grand Company of Eorzea. Our allies from the Eastern Alliance were due to arrive some time ago, but it would appear they have been delayed.
Would that be the shinobi of Doma?
Actually, they've been tasked with relaying messages back and forth between the various Eastern nations. According to Lord Hien, however, an equally capable company of warriors has been sent in their stead.
Oh, is it? Don't tell me. Is it Little Sun?
Way, you preening fool!
Little Sun!
Forgive us for coming late. We are the delegates of the Eastern
Cyrena!
Alliance.
Cyrena, and you've brought company.
Oh, Cyrena.
For battle and blood we come, as the steppe is sorely lacking in both. No towers befoul our lands, so we marched on those of Doma, only to find them beyond our reach. But now our thirst for slaughter will be slaked. No quarter to the enemy!
Sadu Hatun, no. We go to make peace with the Iron Men, not war.
Warriors of the Steppe, we've heard many tales of your bravery. We welcome you as allies. And these other ones you have brought are...
Members of the Dalmascan resistance group, Lente's Tears.
And the Bosnian resistance. Between them, they have a wealth of experience in espionage, and are particularly adept at infiltrating Imperial facilities. Which is fortuitous, since Garlemald's domain is so vast that I could never hope to handle reconnaissance duties all by myself.
Indeed, Tancred, indeed.
Dalmasca, Bosnia, Alamigo. All lands which have suffered the tyranny of the Empire. I would never presume to question your motives. Nevertheless, I must reiterate that our goal is to aid the victims of the Telophoroi, the common folk of Garlemald. And they are victims, make no mistake. Though I understand that many may struggle to see them as such.
You're more right than you know. For every one of us that answered the call, there were a dozen that refused. Not only in Alamigo, but everywhere we went. And who could blame them? The Empire's always been the enemy.
Indeed.
But after seeing what we've seen, fighting and working against and with Garleans, there's no denying the simple truth. They're just people. No different from you or I. They've got their share of liars and murderers, but so do we. So do we all. Fordola, who once swore herself to Garlemald, has proven herself a trusted ally time and time again. Every Eorzean here knows Cid Garland, the Imperial defector who shared with us countless technological wonders. Gaius bloody Balesar himself is working to help rebuild Werlid, a nation he once conquered.
Indeed.
So you can believe me when I say that every fighter here understands and accepts that the Imperials are not monsters and are deserving of help. Or at least that they were able to put aside their feelings for the greater good.
Good. Very good, yes.
But we're all determined to make this world a better place.
What lingering concerns I may have had were clearly unwarranted. I agree with everything you said wholeheartedly.
Then we are in accord. Now, let us review our strategy. To reach the Garlean capital in northern Ilsabard, we must cross the central mountain range. Fortunately, Garland Ironworks can provide aerial transport, sparing us this most treacherous part of our journey. However, attempting to fly any closer to Garlemald would attract the attention of the Telophoroi.
Indeed.
As they appear to have seized control of the majority of the Imperial military, we must assume that includes its fleet. In addition, Garlemald possesses devices that can interfere with airship navigational systems, further discouraging an airborne approach.
Given the circumstances, the closest we dare deploy our contingent is an area between the range and the capital, the Magna Glaciers. From there, we must travel the rest of the way on foot. We will also need to bring the airships with us to ensure we can withdraw with haste. Although much of the terrain will be blanketed in snow, we should be able to make use of local roads and shipping facilities. The vast ice field will afford us an unobstructed view of the surrounding area. On the other hand, it will also allow others to easily spot us. So it is imperative that we only make camp in positions where we can easily defend ourselves. And the airships, which must be kept safe at all costs.
Aye.
We cannot account for every possibility, so we must be prepared to think on our feet. We will be tested. Sorely tested, I expect. But for our homes and for our people, and a people not our own but in need, we will succeed. Spare no effort in your preparations. Once we depart, there is no turning back.
I guess we go. Okay. So Hamon, Maxima. Alberic! Serena. Oh fuck. We might be getting in there too late, aren't we? Hey, little son. Besides the delegates assembled here, the Amalja and several other tribes offered to send troops of their own. Unfortunately, due to their physiology, many would struggle simply to survive in the harsh climates of Ilsabad. They would also likely prove tempting targets for abduction by the Telophroi. All things considered, they can better aid the cause by bolstering our defenses in Eorzea. So their eagerness to do more has been noted. We few shall have to suffice. We embark. We must distribute the warding skills to our comrades. Care to do the honors? Yes, I will. Let's start out with Serena. We heard it would be cold in Godmod, so we came prepared. Here's a batch of warding skills. Oh, the talismans! We are to keep the ears closed at all times. Yes, I will see that no one misplaces theirs. Ah, and before I forget, I have a message from Hien. In distant lands, in times of strife, together stand, together fight. In darkness shines the light of life. I hope I've done his words justice. Doma, like much of Othard, has been plagued by the towers. Yet, while he could not be here, he wished to express his shared conviction. Hien and Yugiri labor without rest to unite the people. And with their aid, we will keep the enemy at bay. And we of the Steppe and the Eastern Alliance will repay their efforts by ending this war. Ah, Arun. Yes. Here, have your skill. So these are the famed warding skills. Enough for me and my men, I see. Under normal circumstances, I would not be allowed to travel outside of the Telswood. The Elder Seer, however, has granted me special permission. She has bid me lend my magics to the people of Garlemald, while learning all I can of their ways. In doing so, I will come close to understanding myself and my place in the world. Or so she says. I say, this past time, our allies benefited from the power at the Seer's disposal. Some bemoan that we hide our light under a bushel, and I intend to address that criticism. Take out. I hear you've got something for us. Here you go, mate. Ah, them skills everyone's been talking about. Pretty little things, ain't they? I reckon they'll be worth a kill or two when this is all over, but we'll hold on to them for now. And one more thing. I know what you're all thinking. Why didn't they send Ainsar instead? Bugger if I know. All the Admiral and Captain Hilvert told me was they needed someone to help safeguard the future, and here I am. They can't say they haven't got a sense of humor. Of course, some of you might be wondering what good a pirate is on dry land, in the middle of the snodding snow of all places. Well, me and my crew will do whatever needs doing. So let's set sail, or however the saying goes, on airships. Lucia. You will be last. Lise. That's a set of warding skills I spy. Not that I would know what they look like. You are correct, Lise. Wow, look at these. Even a layman like me can tell they're bursting with data. All the better to fend off the tempering waves. Is that the right term? Anyway, these will give us one less thing to worry about, which just leaves the other mountain of whatever else is waiting for us in Garlemald. Only one way to find out, eh? And nerves or not, I'd march through all 7 hells if it gave me a chance to put Xenos back in the grave where he belongs. Please, I don't think he was ever in the grave. Sorry to say. Warding skills, except for his body. Warding skills for the Ishgardian delegation, I take it? Yes. Many thanks, these talismans may prove to be the deciding factor in the battles to come. I find myself conflicted by this foray into Garlemald, sent by the Empire to infiltrate Ishgard, only to throw in my lot with those whose secrets I was supposed to be stealing. And now I'm lead a mission to save the countrymen I betrayed. But that is doubtless why I was chosen by Lord Emmerich. He would have me put my extensive knowledge and former ties to good use. I will not disappoint him. For the future of Ishgard, Garlemald, and the world at large, I will lead us to victory. Ah, Maxima. Do you have a warding skill for me too? Yes, yes indeed. Thank you for this, and for going to such incredible lengths for the sake of my people. Though I have little to offer in return, I would impart some advice. If I may, you have been told by many to wear the cold of Ilsabad, and I cannot stress enough that this is no token warning. I will be distributing specially made warming tinctures, courtesy of the Alchemist's Guild, but understand that they are no substitute for proper protection. I will leave the provisioning of said protection to your discretion. Now, let us proceed to the Alamigan Quarter. While you make your final preparations, I will have the pilots ready the airships. There we go. Ba-da-da-bow. This is our last chance to make ready before we set forth. You needn't worry about Uranje and I. We still have what we wore in Garlemald before. Astinian claims to be quite warm and toasty beneath his armor. And since he spent a fair bit of time up north recently as well, I have no reason to doubt his words. Most of the others will be borrowing Grand Company stock. The rest of you could do likewise, I suppose, provided you're not overly concerned with style. Not to put too fine a point on it, but I wouldn't be seeing that in one of those ridiculous overcoats. If only I had time to find something to my liking. Ha! Is that the cry of science in need of a tailor I hear? Tataru! But how? I have my ways. Oh yes, indeed. Don't you know Tataru runs the biggest underground spy network? It all runs based on money. You don't want the debt machine, the debt monster awakened inside of her. Yes, Tataru is a primal in herself when it comes to debt. Crippling debt, especially. You thought you could sneak off to Ilsbad without telling me? Ha! Nothing escapes my notice. Now you will wear these garments I've made for you, whether you like it or not. You never cease to amaze. But why do you need a new outfit as well? Wait, are you coming with us? What? No, of course not, silly. It's all in the name of fashion. Rather, the pursuit of the highest quality fashion. Besides, how can I expect others to wear my creations if I've never worn them myself? Ah, I did have one other thing to share. Artemis and Bloom Vida have finally returned from their assignments in faraway lands. They'll be staying at the Rising Stones for a while to keep an eye on events throughout Eorzea. Since they'll be running things back at headquarters, I was wondering if I could lend a hand in Charlean. Oh, why not? You can keep Crow company in the Baldessian Annex. Yes, we'd love to have you there. And I heard Artemis and Bloom Vida did a fine job carrying on our stat while we were lying comatose with them in charge of Rising Stones. We've nothing to worry about. My task exactly. Also, I'm confident you won't go collapsing again. Because a certain someone who shall remain nameless isn't in a position to transport your soul to another world. If anything, similarly disasters were to happen, I'll be well positioned to do something about it. Anyway, I've got a few things to take care of, and then I'll make my way to Charlean. I really do hope these two clothes are enough to keep you warm in Garlemald. It's not much, but that's the only thing I can do for you, other than pray for your safe return, which I will, every day. Let's not keep the contingent waiting any longer. Here you are. Here are your winter woolies, handcrafted by yours truly. Yes, Tataru. I'm told the Asia pilot has been sent to meet you. Ah, there he is. I fucking countered the 9! I fucking countered dialogue! Let's go! Alright, this is where we go our separate ways. Do be careful, won't you? Yeah, I will, but first things first, I will have to go to... I guess I will go to Gugane first. No, wait, not going to Gugane. I'm just gonna go over here first. Because I need my... I need to put my clothes in the drawer, yeah? Also, kind of sad there is no housing here in the first. Welcome back, Mr. Scudarius. Yes. But then again, we have our own room here, so yeah, I guess so. But still, no fucking housing? Or there is, and it's in your mall instead. Oh no, wait, I should probably just keep it with me so I can just put it on, you know? I should do it like that, that's the best actually. I'm not putting it like that. I mean, like, glam it. I'm not that fucking stupid, Aurora. Yes. It's an honor to finally meet you. We of the Garland Ironworks will be ferrying you and your contingent across the mountains into Garlemald. For many of us, it will be something of a homecoming. Our illustrious founder was only our most notable Imperial defector. Ah yes, I see. For that reason, the company is committed to the success of this expedition. Our resources are at your disposal, if there is aught we might do to be of further assistance, please do not hesitate to ask. If you are ready to depart, I will ready the engines. Yes, cutscene time. Yes, cutscene time. Cutscenes. Let's go.
Ilsabad, divided in twain by a vast mountain range. Those who would traverse its jagged peaks face peril at every step. But why go by foot when one can simply fly? On the outskirts of the Imperial capital, in the frozen wastes of the Magna Glacius, the winds howl in icy protest as if to warn against further trespass.
We've received word from Thancred's reconnaissance party.
What
They've
is it?
sighted a detachment of heavily armed Imperials.
Copy.
Survivors of the Civil War, perhaps?
Perhaps, but there is more to it than that. Maxima reports that they're led by Vergilia, legatus of the 3rd Legion, which comprises the bulk of their number. However, they are also joined by several members of the 1st.
From what I recall, the 3rd Legion fought for Nerva in the War of Succession following Varus's death. The 1st, on the other hand, were under the direct command of the Emperor and rejected Nerva's claim to the throne. These legions were enemies.
Indeed. In fact, our sources claim that it was a conflict between them that sparked the Civil War. Yet now, these former foes cooperate to defend a ruined Garlemald from invasion.
Then it is all but certain they have been tempered.
Oh, they haven't. And they're trying to keep people out from getting tempered.
What's the plan? If me and my crew is out reaving, we charge straight in, no messing about. But that ain't what we're here for.
Quite right. Soldiers or no, they are people of Garlemald, the very ones we have come to aid. Direct confrontation is unavoidable. Nevertheless, we must make every effort to limit casualties on both sides. Rather than kill them, I would remove them from the field.
How so? Savage beatings, disarmament, and imprisonment? Not impossible, but easier said than done in the heat of battle.
Having observed the opposition, I imagine Thancred had something to suggest?
He did. He and the other scouts have already infiltrated a supply depot some distance beyond the Imperial detachment's current position. Stored within is a stockpile of Magitech armaments, and once we give the signal, Thancred's team will destroy them all. In so doing, we will deprive frontline troops of materiel, and likely force the detachment to send men to investigate.
Divide and conquer. Not a bad idea.
Once the scouts have finished their preparations, we will split into 2 groups. The first will form the vanguard, while the other brings up the rear with our supplies.
Good.
As for the Scions, I ask that you lend your assistance where you deem it needed most.
Hey, firm, Lucia. Hey, firm.
I would prefer, however, that you accompany the rearguard and be prepared to join the van at a moment's notice. Kept in reserve as our trump card, so to speak.
Copy that. Meanwhile, at the Imperial Supply Depot, we're gonna be playing as tank first, aren't we?
Your proposal was well received. More specifically, they asked that we destroy the Imperial's toys in as spectacular fashion as possible.
This is Tancred.
Miss Stoller always did have a flair for the dramatic. She's not an easy woman to please, but I shall do my best to satisfy her thirst for fireworks. All right, once more for my peace of mind. Our first objective will be to rig the enemy's Magitech with explosives. After we've withdrawn to a safe distance, we'll detonate them remotely. Our second will be to issue a deactivation command to the automated units via the control terminal. If our calculations are correct, this signal should reach those deployed on the front line, giving our friends a much-needed upper hand. The blizzard will help us stay hidden, so let's aim to get in and out before it passes. Trust in the plan, and we should all live to see tomorrow.
In the meantime, I will relay messages back and forth as the situation unfolds. You'll forgive me if I ask again, but are you certain you wish to play the lone wolf?
Wouldn't have it any other way. Call it foolish and reckless if you like, but I'll get the job done. I always do.
Look at that smug face.
Very well. I wish you the best of luck.
This is Tancred. I mean, there's nothing else you wish to confirm. We may commence the mission as soon as you are ready. Commence mission. Yes, let's go.
About you. It's time. We only have one shot at this, so let's make it count.
I'll just take him out temporarily. Got him. Let's go again. This is a sneak mission. I should do the trick, send the words.
This is Thancred. The explosives are in place.
This is
good.
Tancred.
All is proceeding as planned. Head to the control terminal. It should be to the northwest.
Understood. Have the others wait at the rendezvous point.
Yes. Got to wait.
Seven hells.
Fuck. Should take care of him now. There we go. I need to take them all out. Turn around. There we go. I didn't notice it. Nice.
Must be losing my touch.
Back. Did take care of the slasher. ASAP. Fuck that. That one's gonna be silently taken down. Okay. Fuck. I was doing so well, but I started to fuck it up. 3, 2, 1. Oop. Got it. That's it. That's the control terminal. Petrol over. Tankers over here. We've got it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's run time.
You are returned, and none the worse for wear, to my considerable relief.
Good.
What news from our comrades?
They stand at the ready.
Excellent. Then let the fireworks begin.
Damn, thankless, damn. A few moments later, at the rear of Ilsa Bar's contingent supply caravan.
The blizzard's beginning to clear. The Vanguard should be engaging the Imperials any moment now, if they haven't already. Ishtola and the others are with them, so I'm sure they'll be all right, but...
Enemies.
Wait! Something's coming!
Oi, oi! Looks like we ain't the only ones who sent out scouts. Keep them away from the carriages! We lose those, and we're as good as dead!
Duty commenced. Yes, I know I will fight as Heracudarius.
Protect the others!
I'm still looking over there. I need to look over here now.
A brief respite, but stay alert.
Yep.
Keep the carriages safe.
Yeah, safe. I'm going to the next group. Over now. Indeed, I'm on the lane.
Display, but the other carriages are still in danger.
Yep.
Go on ahead. We'll hold the line.
We're the only ones still struggling.
Yep. Because I've arrived, that's why.
We put our backs into it then. I've been itching for a good scrap.
Magic reinforcements arrived in there up front. A big spectre is going for the carriages. Stop it in its tracks. Nice one down.
All right back there?
Yep, we're gonna go have to fall back real quick. Oh, they've got it.
I'm ready for more. Hear that?
More enemies inbound.
Get to the front and turn the tide.
Ever moving north. Meanwhile, on the front line.
Removed from the field was not a euphemism for enthusiastically murder.
It's nothing that won't heal in time. The trouble is, their tempering has made them utterly fearless. Subduing them would be easier if they had the capacity to submit in the first place.
Well, this is the path our young charges would have us walk, and that we all agreed to follow. You knew it would be hard, yet still you pledged your lance, did you not?
That I did.
That's Vigilia. Damn it. I need to help the others take her down.
There's no end to them!
I have arrived.
I was wondering when you'd turn up. There's no stopping us now. Come on, let's show them what we're made of.
Yes, let's go.
We have them now. Forward.
Over. Now we have the time to read that out loud.
Right! Let them have it!
As a raging bull.
Oh damn, Pippin. They're in the unbecoming. Only the other way. So hold on, I'm coming.
That's her! Vigilia!
Copy that. Moving to assist.
Do not fall behind.
Could you be my? No. This is not. You're not my. I mean. That was some cool ass fucking moves, Virgilia. Suddenly you have been, yeah. First salvo.
Is everyone all right?
Yeah. Couldn't be better. We're fighting the enemies of them. We're fighting the enemy slash not enemy. Keep the war machines at bay. Ruby. To guard him all. Yes, yes, yes. Let me know the spiel. Don't you dare run in again. Your dance is with us. Giga Tempest, firm. Ah, more models to my flames. Okay, time to protect Sadu. Stuff.
Tremble before the sun!
Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes, done it. Let's go. We won. Great job, Sadu. Great job.
A worthy adversary. Rest, recover, reclaim yourself. Then we will fight again, to the death.
Sadu Hatun.
You never have luck, do you?
That was the last of them.
Do you?
The day is ours, thanks to your timely arrival. What of the supply caravan?
Safe.
Outmaneuvered, but not outmatched. Good. Let us take the Imperials into custody and rejoin our comrades. And soon we shall arrive at the capital.
Indeed, we should soon be there. Seeing that fucking construction. Probably someone's watching over us right now as well, which is also probably a case. Meanwhile, in the
So cold and unforgiving. Thus spoke Emperor Solus as he gazed upon his barren domain. 800 years it had been since the Garleans first set foot here. Bested by the Kavosi after centuries of war and driven from fertile southern pastures into the blasted northern wastes. In that garden of desolation, they clung to one another for warmth, freezing, hungry, desperate, hated. The chosen forsaken. In the year 1513 of the 6th Astral Era, a young legatus named Solus single-handedly sparked the Magitech Revolution. How did he conceive the machina that feed on ceruleum?
Easy.
Once a common, soft-spoken soldier, how had he so quickly ascended through the ranks?
It was me.
Like so many others, those who knew the truth are gone. Taking in the capital with his eyes for the first time, I recall thinking to myself, far colder on the earth than in the heavens. Yes, far colder indeed, bitterly so.
Not so much as a whisper.
The roads leading beyond the city walls would have been used less in recent years. Nevertheless, this was one of the most important gateways into the capital.
A buzz day and night with activity, aye. Merchants passing through the checkpoint, many of them stopping at the local hostelries.
Surely they cannot all have been tempered.
That's probably the case. They probably have all been tempered. That's probably the
We can
case.
consider the question after we have made camp. If we spend any longer outside, we may well freeze to death where we stand. The tempered Imperials, too.
This will be our temporary base of operations. Secure shelter for ourselves and the injured, and dispatch scouts to survey the surrounding area.
If we're planning on staying here a while, we ought to give this place a proper name.
Well, the constant sound of ice cracking underfoot makes me think of broken glass. An apt name, perhaps. But enough of this. To work, everyone!
Nice. Until over a couple of days, when the next patch arrives. First things first. Search him. The 8 rights of Camp Broken Glass. Overall, in spite of the obstacles we faced, our plan proceeds apace. Just a little farther and we'll reach the capital itself. Still, we mustn't get ahead of ourselves. As soon as the camp has been made fit for purpose, we are to discuss a course of action with Lucia. Would you mind asking Ishtola and Graha to join us in that building to the northeast of camp? Alice and I will meet you there. Ugh. A meeting? Yes, I'll make my way over there once my head has cleared. In truth, I've been feeling out of sorts since we arrived. The air is thick with a palpable aura of malevolence. There's the monstrous tower on the horizon, jagged, hideous, unholy. Even at this distance, its presence is overwhelming. Much like the sensation I felt in the Tower of Sod, only far more terrifying aether flows unceasingly towards it, converging into a swirling mess of unfathomable power. For a blessing, the constant chill in the air is helping me anchor my senses in the here and now. Tell the others I shall be with you in a few moments. Understandable. Very understandable, Ishtar. You will be pleased to know most of the tempered have been squatted inside the nearby buildings and are receiving treatment as we speak. I do, however, feel no small amount of guilt commandeering civilian homes. The occupants may long be gone, but everything is exactly as they left it. Considering the length of time that has clearly passed since, one would expect to find them ransacked. Strangely, there are no signs of anything having been stolen. It's possible that everyone fled at the first sign of trouble, though it seems to me that I have far too many useful possessions behind. There is no, although there's no conclusive evidence, I strongly suspect they were tempered. Sorry, I was merely thinking aloud. You mentioned the meeting, I will make my way there. Thank you for informing the others of our meeting. When everyone's here, we will begin.
Our present situation is as follows. Efforts to aid the people of Garlemald have begun in earnest. Moreover, having entered into the capital, the Imperial Palace is within our reach.
But before we proceed further, we must learn what has befallen this city, for therein lies the key to understanding and combating the Telophoroy's designs.
I have a suggestion, if I may. Several of the Imperial soldiers we captured on the Magna Glaciers are members of the Populares and acquaintances of mine. Once we have cured them of their tempering, they should be able to give a reliable account of the events leading to the capital's downfall.
A promising idea. I will assist the healers and their ministrations.
Good.
Of course, I will require a proxy of my own, assuming you can spare one.
Would you like a hand?
No, I am sure we will manage. Better that you take my place in the field. The noxious ether of this place disagrees with me, and as I shall need to draw on my own for the treatment, 'twill be prudent for me to remain within the camp.
This talk of curing the tempered is all well and good, but I reckon the cold is a more pressing concern. All the houses round here are fitted with cerulean heaters that could keep us warm and toasty. Problem is, the machines seem to have given up the ghost, and if we keep sitting around, freezing our asses off, we'll be next. My smiths reckon that with the right parts, they can have them working again, but it won't be easy.
Understood. The machinist will assist them in the repairs.
The rest of us should either stand watch or survey the area.
We've made our presence known to the Telophoroi. They will be searching for us, if they have not already ascertained our position. That we have seen no sign of them since the battle suggests they have yet to do so. However, I suspect they may be biding their time.
Or perhaps we are beneath their notice.
In any event, we'll find no answers standing around here. Urianger, Estinian and myself have visited Garlemald recently, so we'll lead the reconnaissance efforts. Perhaps bolstered by a few Bosnian and Dalmatian scouts from my previous excursion for good measure.
Don't forget about us Alamegans. We have experienced scouts of our own.
Well now, this is turning out to be a rather sizable team. With such numbers, we should be able to cover a wide area with relative ease, including that surrounding the Imperial Palace. How about you, Graha? I have a feeling we'll find a use or two for that vanishing spell of yours.
Twould be my honor to be of service, though I doubt that you of all people need rely on my tricks.
That leaves us with guard duty.
As a matter of fact, I have something else in mind for the two of you and Alphino. Between here and the center of the capital lies the Eblan Rhine. I would have you search the area for survivors. Your keen sense of direction, honed in your extensive travels, should prove useful in navigating the ice fields.
If there are any survivors, we will surely find them. Extensive travels is something of an understatement, but I suppose if there's nothing else that needs doing... Ice fields? I love ice fields! Oh wait, no I don't. You know what? I'm gonna do this one.
This too is a vital task, and I appreciate your willingness to see it done. Rest assured that a serving of hot soup will be waiting for you. You all have your duties. Let us make haste. May the Fury bless and keep you.
Soup? Did somebody say soup? Gods be good. If this cold with the, if it is this cold with Taurus clothing, I dread to think how we'd fare without it. I must remember to thank her when we next meet. It makes me realize too that while the people of Garlemald have spent their whole lives in conditions like these, even they'd be hard pressed to survive away from the warmth of their homes. If there are any survivors, we must find them and quickly. What ho, chumps! Been given something to do, have you? As it happens, I too have been ordered to make myself useful. That sounds like a rather tall order. Ahem, didn't you ask? We are to scour the Eblan Rhine for survivors. What, run around the ice fields on the off chance you find someone? It'll take forever to finish this job. Without the benefit of my expertise, or more specifically, my telescope. Come, friends, I know just the spot to begin our search. I'll probably regret it, but we may as well humor him. Honestly, Menelain was good with the artillery defenses from during the final stage of the Dragonsong War, so... Honestly? I trust him in cases with the telescope. I guess that's Sturgeon. Oh no, Tertium is over there somewhere. I spy with my little telescope a massive sheep thing, or maybe it's a cow. Not what we're after either way. Is that an ether current? Ah, no, just a wind sprite. Other than that, it's all snow, snow, snow. But lo, what do I see over yon hillock? There's no mistaking it. That's a girl. A survivor, show me. Over there, behind that tree. It looks like she's running away from something, though. Surely not us. She wouldn't even know we're here unless she had the telescope like mine. All I can tell is that she's wearing a pale green dress, a rather fetching one at that. She'll be long gone by the time we get anywhere near, but we should be able to follow her footprints. I'll let Lucia know where you're heading. Oh, and take these warming tinctures with you. The poor girl must be chilled to the bone, if not on the verge of freezing to death. That's actually very thoughtful, thank you, but won't you need some for yourself? No, I'll be fine. As a man of chivalry, my honor demands I do no less. And lest we forget, the very reason we are here is to protect those in need. Now go, and Godspeed. Footprints in the snow. At east. They're now heading over there. We're getting closer, I'm sure of it. At first, we thought she'd gone inside the building, but the door doesn't look to have been opened in some time. She might still be nearby, so we'll keep looking around here. Then again, it's also possible she ran right past this place. Would you mind searching up ahead? Found her. There she is, by the tree. The girl in the green dress is anxiously surveys her surroundings. Ready to call out to her from this distance, it might attract wild beasts. Relocation is we save her. Okay, so I need to turn around. Sneaky beaky time. Fuck. I should have hidden behind there then. Good to know how that works. So far, so good. Nope, it must have been the wind. Basically what she said. I must be imagining things. Better catch my breath. If those beasts spot me, I'm done for. Hope my luck holds. She's going to that village over there, isn't she? Just a little farther. There we go. Wait, they have trains here? Damn, Garlemald is really living in the future here. What the fuck? There we go. Phew. Still in one piece. Who is the girl? Who are you? Stay back. This house is packed with explosives. Take another step and I'll blow this place sky high. Please, we just need to talk. I'm Alvaro. This is my sister Alice and our good friend Harrow. We have no intention of hurting or taking anything from you or anyone else. I give you my words. We and our comrades have come to provide aid to the people of Garlemald. Aid? You savages are the ones responsible for all this. You did this to us. We didn't, I promise you. One of the other reasons we came was to find out what happened here, in fact. The Telophoroi are the ones to blame. They're the one who laid waste to Garlemald. And they won't stop until they've destroyed the entire world. They are the enemy. Our enemy. On the way, we encountered the Pearl soldiers who had been made their thralls. Those poor souls are now in our care, and we are striving to cure them of their affliction. You're the first person we've met who wasn't already enslaved. How were you able to escape the Telophoroi's influence? Are there any others like you? I'm sorry, I don't mean to overwhelm you. Let's start with introductions. Can you tell me your name? Hi, my name is Licinia. That's how I've managed to stay sane. I've been asking myself the same question. Ever since that night and the roar, that terrible roar, and then the screams. I was screaming too, I think. I'm not sure, I can't remember. Then the silence. Everything was still. It was like waking up from a nightmare. I thought that maybe the fighting had stopped, so I stepped outside. If your hells are real, I saw one that day. I ran past friends, people I'd known all my life. Eyes vacant, dead, staring at the sky. Others were mad and violent. I saw them struggle with soldiers, but didn't stay to watch. I fled as far as my legs would take me. Do you have family here? Is this their home? No, this is Victor's spoils. A mansion for retired soldiers. Or it was. But now me and a few others are borrowing it. As for the explosives, I was making that up. I just wanted to keep everyone safe. I didn't know if you were... sigh. Sigh. The truth is, our supplies are running low. You said you are here to help. Can you? Of course, whatever assistance we can provide, we will. Thank you. I'd better tell the others first, though. Wait here. Wait here. And who are those others? This is everyone. The senior says you can be trusted, but these are desperate times. We'd be fools to let foreign troops into our home. Having said that, were you to provide us with means of heating the place as a sign of goodwill? Perhaps we could take you at your word. If that's too much to ask, then leave us be. Time to put my firewood gathering skills to use. Could you provide the spark with a little magic, Alice? We'll have a fire burning in no time. Maybe build it under that gazebo. Oh, what? You mean the bower? Yes, yes. Do as you will. Wait, they weren't influenced by the tower? So does that actually mean they might possess some kind of the echo? And they never knew about it? Because it might be maybe manifest in an entirely different way in the Guardians. Guardians, I mean. I mean, how else would they escape the suffering? You know? Use a leg cover. Sorry, I was still finding it hard to come to terms with all that's happened. Now that you're here, though, I'm hoping things might change for the better. You know, I've worked up quite the sweat from all that running around, so I'll leave space around the fire for the others. As you can tell, they're in a far worse state than me. We were planning to look for somewhere warmer or with more food. They're not going anywhere until we nurse them back to health, which I don't know how to do. Is there anything you can do to help them? I can treat the frostbite and our wounds, but it will take time for the fire to do its work. Now, would be a good occasion to make use of Manolane's tinctures. The ones that can warm the body from the inside out. Would you make sure everyone gets one? The numbness is beginning to subside, though I suspect once the fire dies, it will return with a vengeance. Warming tincture? I've never heard of such a thing, but no harm in trying. But tell me, have you heard aught of the city? Though calling it that seems absurd after what happened. It's nothing but ruins now. The few buildings still standing offer no more than meager protection from wind and snow. Food production, water purification, the magic tech that sustained us has come to a grinding halt. What mechana that remains operational cannot be run for a lack of ceruleum. Of course, ceruleal engines is full of the stuff. For all the good it does us. No one here knows the first thing about extraction or refinement. All is well, yes, never better. What was it? Be positive or something? I have no idea how to do that symbol, fuck. Oh, what sweet liberation is this? Is it poisoned by any chance? Just a joke. A joke. If I love this, that I may not weep. Those are the poet. And alas, my tears would freeze on my cheek ere they fell. We are blessed, then, to bear witness to the fall of the great empire, while our brethren lie dead, or live on as puppets of flesh. First came the war, then came the roar. When morning came, Garlemald was no more. In a cacophony of gunfire, explosions and screams, was our beloved capital razed to ground. From the rubble rose the disheveled remains, their lavish finery caked in ash as they shoveled mindlessly towards the palace, each bearing a fragment of stone or metal, an offering perhaps to the architect of our destruction. A hopeful few tried to reason with the deranged, only to be beaten for their kindness. But I knew better than to plead with the horde. I fled with my health, if not my conscience persevered. I mean, preserved. Now I wait with my fellow comrades for our final judgment. What do you want? I think you may as well drink it, I suppose. This? It's a radio. You don't have them where you come from? I take it? We use them to listen to messages sent by others, even over great distances. There are different types, but this model is by far the most popular. Made with quality components crafted from the finest ore, sourced from Locus Amunis, it is. Not all that useful since the capital fell into ruin. The people at the broadcasting station must have either have fled or ended up like all the others. Because all we've been hearing is the same music being played over and over again. Home beyond the horizon. An ode to the brave men and women sent to reclaim our ancestral homeland of Locus Amunis. We may have founded an empire in these frozen wastes, but we always hoped to take back what was once ours. This is a solemn reminder that though we suffer great hardship, better days will surely come. Despite everything, I believe that Emperor Faris yet lives, and that he speaks to us through our radios. It was a cunning strategy, faking his murder. He must have foreseen this catastrophe and chosen to conceal himself, that he may one day make his triumphant return. I'm sorry, he won't be returning. Yes, I'm sure of it. Emperor Faris would not be defeated so easily. He would be, because he was killed by his own son. Lucinia. What's that? A warming tincture. Being gifts from the notoriously unreliable Menelain. It is highly doubtful that his concoction will have the intended effect, if only there were willing And more importantly, unwitting volunteers on whom to test it. Oh my god. Oh my god, Koji. What the fuck, mate? So this is what you give the others? Thank you. I'll save it for later. Actually, I have a few things to ask you. Go ahead. Are you part of the group staying in Laternum? I saw Legatus Virgilia's troops heading towards the Magna Glacius a few days ago. Are they the ones you encountered? Yes, they were. Camp Broken Glass, you call it. And Virgilia and her men are all there now? So how did you reach the Magna Glacius? Did you cross the mountains on foot? Nee, by airship. Airships, then there might be a way to... Lucinia? Where is everyone? Is something the matter? I heard a voice behind. A voice from inside, you say? You must be imagining things. Everyone's out here. Perhaps a baby almasty has found its way into the house. It wouldn't be the first time. Without the soldiers to scare them off, wild animals have been roaming closer to the settlements. Some have been known to attack people too. I've just had an idea. If you and yours are strong enough to defeat a Legatus, then surely a few beasts shouldn't pose a threat. If you have a mind to continue helping us, perhaps you could head to the other side of the lake. There's a small group of tappers living there. People whose job was to extract ceruleum. They still do, from what we can tell. I've already tried asking if they would share their fuel with us, but they're not willing to give it away. They want food in exchange. Lots of food, and that's something we don't have and can't get on our own. On top of that, to even reach the den, we'd have to make our way past all those creatures. Would you be willing to go in our place? We only need enough ceruleum to last until the others are strong enough to travel to your camp. If the offer still stands, that is. Oh, and I don't expect you to give up your own supplies, but there might be another way to pay the tappers. You best watch out for baby almasties while we are away. Oh yes, of course. If I see any, I'll be sure to shoot them away. To reach Tapper's Den, you will have to cross the lake. The ice is thick enough to support a person's weight. But if you rather not take the risk, you'll need to take the long way around. Finding the entrance can be a bit tricky too. So it's easier just to just look for someone standing guard outside. However, you decide to head there, please be careful. I don't trust her anymore. She just lied to us. Didn't she? There it is. The 80 current, second one. Burly Tapper. Who goes there? How did you find us? What do you mean? I stand out like a sore thumb. If this pure blood over at Victor spoils, and given away our location, you'd never have found us. Those stuck-up arseholes thought they could come waltzing in here, demanding ceruleum with nothing to offer in return. Ha! Looks like the boot's on the other foot now. The capital's gone to shite. So they've resorted to sending you to negotiate. I know your game, Sellsword. If they think we'll give in to intimidation, they've got another thing coming. I'm not here to intimidate, but if you so wish to fight me, I will oblige. Do you yield? Good, they yielded. There you are. Just after you left, Licinia asked me to go catch up with you in case you needed a hand. Someone must have let slip. I have a little experience in transporting barrels of ceruleum. So this is Steppers then. Well then, after you. Ba 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 now. Who are you? What happened to the gods? They attacked me, so I had to knock them out. Are you Oceans and rebels here to save the people of Garlemald? That doesn't make any goddamn sense. Why in the seven hells would you pass up this chance to put those imperial bosses to the sword? Let me guess, none of you are Garlean. You were brought here from other lands? Here, Albania, Yangsha, Boja, Dalmaska, to name a better few. Some were dragged here against our will. Others fed bollocks about a better life. All put to work extracting ceruleum. Given the esteemed title of An, placing us firmly on the bottom rung of the ladder. But the old hierarchy means nothing in the new Garlemald, says we. About the only thing that escaped more or less unscathed is Cerulia Ingens. Still sustaining us, even with our paymasters out of the picture. We hear you're expert in drawing up ceruleum from the bottom of the lake, but how can you do that if it's frozen over? Ha, wouldn't you like to know? Trade secrets, I'm afraid. At any rate, it's not as if ceruleum is used much these days. But with the steam ruins, we take enough to power our heaters and save the surplus for later. And though it helps stave off the cold, it does subtle about our hunger, lest we can trade away. Speaking of which, be sure to tell your contingent we've got ceruleum by the barrelful if they're interested. They'll exchange it for whatever provisions they're willing to spare. You can certainly ask, but you're all free to go now. Why carry on living here? Free to go where? Even if we managed to get back to our homelands, there'd be nothing left for us. Thanks to the Empire. And the knowledge and skills we've acquired working here would practically be useless outside of Garlemald. So, we're staying for the time being. As long as there is a need for ceruleum, we'll find a way to get by. Even if Garlemald, as we knew it, is gone for good. Gone for good. Regardless of what the Ilzabat contingent does for the people of Garlemald, the Empire itself is already a thing of the past. For many, that will be a cause for celebration. And for others, the whole way of life will have been turned upside down. After all, the atrocities committed in the Empire's name. Perhaps it's only for the best that it is consigned to history. But what of the ordinary people? Their lives, their stories, should they be forgotten too? I suppose there will be plenty of time to ponder for that later. Now let us see about getting some ceruleum. So you've come seeking ceruleum, have you? What? Those purebloods at Victor's spoil sent you? To turn to the enemies for help. They must be more desperate than I thought. Then again, Lysinia's got her little sister to think about. A sister, but we only saw Lysinia and 3 men. It's possible she died from whatever was ailing her. If she needed treatment, I doubt there'd be any way to get it around here. I may have refused Lysinia at first, thinking she'd come back with something to exchange, but I can't spare them a bottle's worth of ceruleum. Consider it a reward for introducing me to the rest of your contingent. Be sure to send them our way, you hear? Will do. I can't for the life of me think why Lysinia would keep her sister a secret from us. But we can ask about that after we've delivered this ceruleum. Come on, let's hurry back. She might be taken instead. Oh. Imperials inbound. Space Wheel! No, I don't want the mana cutter. Yeah, fuck it, behemoth to this. To the This isn't right. It's too quiet. I would have thought Alphino would still be treating them by the fire, but they're nowhere to be seen. I'll look inside the house while you search outside. They can't have gone far. They asked me to help carry supplies. But when I followed them back here, they attacked me. Got me off guard, forced me to defend myself. I fear they fared rather worse than me. You can't fool us, you know. We know what you're about. Vultures, that's what you are. Waiting in wings for us to show weakness. Then Then in you swoop. Here to help what? I'll ploy to make us lower our guard. Let you in and put yourselves at your mercy, put us in chains, steal our lands and get your revenge? Nay. You're wrong, that's not what any of us want. Save the arguments for later, we got bigger problems. I found anti-medicine bottles and a bed that was still warm. It's true, Licinia was hiding her sick sister inside the house. But now there's no sign of either of them. Where are they? Where did they go? Away from you and yours. And if you ever think I'll tell you, I'd never give up my people. We're trying to help them, you idiots. Her sister's ill, the empty bottles prove it. So the medicine ran out, or she put it in a bucket to make it easier to carry. Or to avoid the sound of clinking glass. There are bees everywhere, how could you let them go alone? To protect them from you. Who invade our homeland, tainted it with the same sorcery used to slay our countrymen. A Garlean would sooner die than suffer the insult. Better for them to flee than keep their purity intact than be corrupted by our foul magics. We were waiting for a chance of freedom, since the moment you arrived. This is getting us nowhere. I cannot say how Licinia and her sister will react when we find them. But find them we must. Go on without me, both of you. I will need to first tend to my injuries. And that, I will join you in the search after. Alright, be careful. We will do our best to find them quickly. There's only one pet out of here. So that's where we start. Damn. Idiots, honestly. I wonder what this drops. Nothing yet. I need to kill more, I guess. 2 sets of fresh footprints. Young woman, judging by the size. This is definitely tempt. Come on. More footprints. The trail stops at the frozen lake. Perhaps it chose this route as to not leave footprints. I can't think of any other way, Ethan. Look at this place. It's growing with bees, and I can only imagine how hard it must be for our ailing sister to cross the ice. We could really do with Alfno's help, but we can't afford to wait for him. Let's split up and look for clues. Half-buried piece of paper. There it is, I think. Fresh blood. Fuck, they got injured. Southeastern. Them fools. Licinia. The two bodies are already cold. They're dead. I guess.
Blood trail. We found one. They were attacked. No. Why? Why wouldn't they? Safer to brave the wilds than trust in our magic. We should have... I should have... We can't leave them like this. We have to take them home.
What if we're only making it worse?
Maybe we don't belong here, but neither do they. Not out here in the wind and the cold. I heard the story about Varus's voice from beyond the grave. Of course, I didn't believe it, but Licinia and her sister did. Perhaps there's something to the tale after all.
I don't think so. That's probably Van Daniel.
I want to understand. So I'm going to borrow this for a while, if that's all right. You had every reason not to trust us. We came as trespassers, invaders. But I pray that in time, we will be more than that to you. That we will find a way to help your loved ones. And see that no more children are left to freeze alone in the snow.
Yes. Good. There must have been something we could have done, but what? Should we have never come here? Would they still be alive if we hadn't? We've already caused more than enough harm here. Let us return to camp before we cause any more. As for those inside the house, we should send someone to take care of them. Someone who isn't us. All we can do for now is make a report to Lucia and do everything in our power to prevent further tragedy. Let us linger here no more. Come. Pray return to Lucia. Ilsabat, Garlimalt. Ba 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 bum bum. They saying, oh, for now, tell me they have finished their preliminary search for survivors, but refrain from saying much more than that. Clearly, they are reluctant to provide details. Might I ask you for your account? Please be voice acted. Probably not.
Thank you for your report.
Yes.
We shall inform the troops of these developments and instruct them to proceed with the utmost caution should they encounter any survivors.
Allow me to go and speak with the ones at the victor's spoils. They may be more willing to listen to a fellow Garlean and accept our offer of assistance.
I pray you are right. And though I am loath to burden you any further, should there be an appropriate occasion to speak of Licinia and her sister, please do so.
I am sorry to have put you through this.
My distress is nothing compared to their suffering. So tell me, what else have we learned?
As you may have already heard, we have succeeded in curing the members of the Populares, Maxima identified. They have provided us with some intriguing insights into the current state of Garlemald. The assassination of Emperor Varus was the catalyst for the civil war. Nerva declared his claim to the throne, and his opponents refused to recognize it. Fighting broke out in the capital, where Nerva's 3rd Legion clashed with the 1st, who remained loyal to Varus even after his death.
Of course, even Imperial warmongers would balk at the idea of turning their shining city into a battleground. Like burning down the wood to spite the wasps. Neither side would be so mad. Unless something or someone inflamed their animosity to such an extent that they could not help but act against their better judgment.
It brings to mind events at the Gimlet Dark, does it not? The Emperor's sudden withdrawal from the front lines, specifically. Nerva and his father, Titus, Varus's then political rival, took advantage of rumors that Crown Prince Zenos had been possessed by a demon.
Elidibus, what better way to disparage your enemies than with the truth, or a close enough approximation?
Indeed. But before their accusations could be substantiated, many of Titus's followers were silenced. While some were merely stripped of their status, others died under curious circumstances. One after another, suddenly and suspiciously.
Again, Elidibus. Like as not, he had a hand in it. No evidence was found to implicate Varus, certainly. Nevertheless, Titus, Nerva, and the 3rd Legion would have judged it a brazen attempt by the Emperor to rid himself of his political enemies. And then, in the midst of this growing turmoil, Varus Sosgalvus is murdered. And Garlemald's own prodigal son, Gaius van Belsar, is named the murderer. Shortly thereafter, Nerva claims the right of succession, and in response, the 1st Legion claims the assassination was part of a coup d'etat orchestrated by Titus and Nerva.
So no one is at fault, and everyone else is to blame.
I should add that both parties received substantial financial backing, presumably to provide them with the means and encouragement to pursue a swift victory, and that these contributions came from the self-same benefactor.
I'd heard House Brutus had been filling the 3rd Legion's coffers, but the 1st as well.
It would seem so. Though the Populares determined that the 1st Legion received funds from a variety of organizations, all had connections to House Brutus.
Daniel.
So Daniel, in the guise of Asahi, was playing both sides against each other the entire time.
The information we gained from my friends does not end there. One night, shortly after fighting broke out, the capital was shaken by an immense tremor. From that point onward, they have no memories, no recollection of any events, including our clash on the Magna Glaciers.
That's when they got tempered.
About the Imperial Palace and its bizarre transformation, they somehow recall Emperor Varys giving them orders in their dreams. May the Tower of Babel stand as testament to the glory of Garlemald.
This sounds awfully familiar.
We have something to show you all.
Varys spoke to them through this radio. Perhaps it was a recording, but if not, that would be inexplicable.
We are of one mind, then.
The ether that permeates the ore used in this device is almost identical to that of the talismans.
I see it. While it is likely more by coincidence than design, these devices might also ward against a primal's influence. A picture is beginning to form. If the tremor felt throughout Garlemald was a wave of ether emitted by a primal, then while those within range would have been tempered, those huddled around a radio desperate for news concerning the Civil War would have been spared.
No wonder Licinia kept it close.
My friends, I must speak with you. A young man was caught trying to steal our supplies. He is a soldier of the Iron Men, we think, but one who has not been made thrall. Thankfully, Magni restrained him before blood was spilled. The stranger is outside, if you wish to ask him questions.
Good.
I think we do.
Who do we have here?
Garleans? Traitors to your homeland! Have you no shame?
I am Lucia Junius, a Temple Knight of Ishgard. And you are?
Julius Pier Norbanus. And that's all you invaders will get from me.
Hello there, Julius.
We are not here to invade Garlemald. Far from it. Like you, our allies in Eorzea and the Far East fight in defense of their lives and their loved ones even as we speak. But it is the people of Garlemald who have suffered most. This we know. And that is why we have come to offer you our aid, that we may unite against our common foe. Whether you believe me or not, those are the facts. Now, answer me this. Why would a proud soldier of the Empire be reduced to stealing? The situation must be dire indeed for you to go to such lengths. If it is supplies you seek, we would gladly share ours, or turn a blind eye while you leave with your spoils.
I will not negotiate. My commander will determine how to deal with you and yours. If you wish to treat with him, I will take you, but no more than 3.
I will go.
I don't much like the sound of that. But if we do accept his proposal, I suggest the two of us and...
Please allow me and Alize to act as envoys.
May I ask why?
We have seen with our own eyes the hardships the Garleans face. How their futures and lives hang in the balance.
It's not the warmest invitation, but it's an opportunity to prove our intentions true. Maybe not a chance to make things right, but a chance to make them better.
I'm going. What would your mother say if I let you go by yourself?
I can see that persuading you otherwise is a lost cause, but you will proceed with the utmost care.
Will do. Always. And they have me, remember? That is the utmost care if you think about it.
A couple of children and what? A sellsword? Is this an insult?
No, we're the Sons of the Seventh Dawn.
Not in the least. You will find that they are more than qualified to speak on our behalf.
There are many dangers on the road ahead. I will need that back.
Happy cat. Yay. Why the fuck did I just make that fucking noise? Why the fuck did I do that? You will be received as invited guests, and so I urge you to observe proper social etiquette and conduct yourself accordingly. The safe return takes precedence above all else. Remember this. Tancred in particular will be worried sick if you're gone too long. May the Fury watch over you, and keep you. Let's go. Are you and the children ready? I will explain the route once we're outside of your camp. If anyone attempts to follow us, we will judge it as an act of hostility. We will not hesitate to take appropriate measures. I would expect nothing less. You have our full cooperation. Bye-bye, little son. Bye-bye. Oh, Brick, how goes the watch? Good. Alright, this is far enough. Listen carefully. We head over that hill and follow the road until we reach Liminal Station 4. Children in the lead, I want you where I can see you. We do have names, you know. I'm Alice and he's off now. And that, last but not least, there's Harrow. Harrow, where have I heard that before? No matter, Alverno and Alice will watch the road ahead while we bring up the rear. I wasn't lying about there being many dangers, so you're to run, not saunter. Run towards the station. If you even think about going for your weapon, the deal's off. Should any creatures bar the way, we go around them. Ready to make a dash to the destination, to the station? Yes, let's go. Let's run. If we follow this, it should lead to the station. Not the easiest service to run on. We better not draw attention. Let me guess, we're gonna have to go to... We're gonna basically be going towards the third gym right now. That's what my feeling says, but I don't think that might be the case. Jotun. This is it, the first stop, that is. Good, it looks like your friends knew better than to follow us. Are these your headquarters? No, we're stopping here so I can check check for pursuers. Since it appears you kept your side of the bargain, we can carry on. North of the station is the Regio Demorum, one of the main residential areas, or at least it was. The afflicted roam the streets in packs. They'll tear us to shreds if given the chance. Keep close, no wandering off. Understood? Okay, final quest, chat. Final quest for today, and then I'm gonna have to go up and go raid out. So yeah, from here we'll be heading northeast, keeping to the left of the railway. Though the route itself is straightforward, getting past the horse and scene is anything but. Keep your weapons at the ready. Why would they attack their own countrymen? Aye, they spare their own, but slaughter the rest without hesitation. So, we'll try to avoid detection. The chances of sneaking by completely unnoticed are slim at best. I will lead the way, but in the event we are seen, you are to fight them off. Those two will follow us, provided they can refrain from drawing their weapons. Well, I doubt they would be foolish enough to stab their guide in the back. I will not take the chance. With that said, let's proceed. Damn, he's suspicious, but honestly righteously. Choo-choo! Great to guard him alt. I see why your commerce chose you. Julius, our contingent has a cure for the afflicted, or tempered as we call them. The people would need to be taken into custody that we may administer the treatment, but they would eventually regain their sanity. Is that so? For all I know, your treatment would simply force them to forsake one master for another. As far as I and my legion are concerned, they are no longer our people, they are beyond saving. Those who thought differently and tried to reason with them were butchered for their bleeding hearts. Come, we have to keep moving. Indeed, the cat has no survival instinct. Shark. You might be wondering, how the fuck do I have this shark? Well, some of my friends don't have it yet. Very good fishing luck, baby. Being the first fisher ever was. Looks like we're not being followed. We will continue onwards. Ah, this time you thought them of yourself. I meant what I said. These people deserve only that. I stayed my hand before, only I will decide to remain undiscovered. And that is still the high priority. We should continue to avoid any unnecessary confrontations. Keep following the railway. I knew it! I was right! Third chum, let's go! Choo-choo, look at me, I'm a train now. Yay! Misa train, yes, yes. Those are beyond saving, sadly. Look at what they've become. Would you still stand here and claim that they can be cured? Those exposed to vast quantities of a primal's aether may suffer severe corruption. Even with treatment, such victims are beyond salvation. Then you admit it. Now that you have seen these monstrosities for yourself, perhaps you think you will think twice before speaking of a cure. Let me guess, it is underground. Yes, it is underground. I knew it. We're almost there. You have kept to your side of the agreement, so I will keep mine. Keep this way. Now I will walk, keeping close and try to stay avoid it by protection. Julius, we go inside. Ah, okay. This is Urchum, one of Garlemald's largest stations. It now serves as our headquarters. I've already sent the twins ahead. We'll be with you soon, so wait for me at the bottom of the stairs. Checking for hostiles. Theodora. More Imperial citizens down here. Ooh. Oh, for fuck's sake. Cutscene time. It's plain to see why they chose this as a base of operations. They could have done a lot worse. Even so, I imagine it's not the easiest place to live. Indeed, and if Julius was willing to make the perilous journey to Camp Broken Glass in search of food, their own supplies must be all but exhausted. They may be shielded from the wind and snow, but it's still bitterly cold. Much like Victor's spoils, it must be a constant struggle to keep their people warm. Oh, your voices. Well, you may be here as my guest. The others will not take kindly to your presence. My commander is in the locomotive over there. Let us go. Oh, lookout point. Let's get that, grab that real quick. Lookout point. Oh. Oh, the locomotives are powering this place.
These are their chosen representatives.
Very well. Let us hear what they have to say.
Yes, sir. I present to you our commander, Lord Quintus Van Kina, Legatus of the First Legion.
The First? I had no idea you had survived.
We lost our emperor, our city, more than half our troops. For my wounds, I may never take the field again. But we survived, aye. In a manner much to your liking, I dare say.
We have no intention of adding to your misfortunes, nor do we bear you any ill will.
Spare me. Though you children may speak in earnest, overtures of peace ever ring hollow in my ears. So long as man stands to profit from his neighbor's suffering, war is inevitable. Driven from our ancestral homeland into this blasted waste. Yet still you yearned to rob us of our paltry scraps. 'Twas only with Magitech that you learned to keep your distance. Though we knew it was only a matter of time before you regrouped and returned. Conquest and empire were our only defenses. Emperors Solus and Varys understood this, and through their campaigns saw us grow and prosper. Much blood has been spilled in Garlemald's name, aye. But if it is a choice between yours and mine, then it is hardly a choice at all.
I do not deny that a great many conflicts throughout history were driven by the desire or necessity to gain by another's loss. That is not why we are here. Nor have we come to petition your aid in the war with the Telophoroi, grave though that threat may be. Our purpose is simply this. We wish to help you. Let us help you. If there is aught that can be done to ease your plight, we would be glad to do it.
Perhaps you would. But regardless of the ideals you espouse, your leaders would not send an army into Garlemald if they did not stand to benefit. If we accept their aid, they will expect their efforts to be rewarded once the Telophoroi are no longer a threat. And after compensation and concessions, the great empire would be brought to heel. Her enemies rejoice at her downfall. Our third eye, a mark of shame.
We won't stand idly by and let your people be humiliated. And we're not alone in that. We only want to make a difference, to make this world of ours better. Surely you can understand that. I'm trying to say is, there are so many people who just don't care about making you suffer. And maybe that's almost insulting after all the suffering you feel the world has subjected your people to, but believe it or not, that's the truth. And now we're here, and all we're asking is for you to tell us what you want, what you hope for.
So much blood has been shed, so much lost. All because of this endless war. Who wouldn't want to end it? Can we not work together to face our problems as one?
Answer me this, young peacemakers. If a world without conflict is your desire, why reject the unity and prosperity of Garlemald? Is it because we do not share your faith? That we do not share your heritage?
No, just because you were founded by
Our
Asians.
ideals and virtues differ? That we cherish and hold in the highest that which you do not? Disparity is the root of discord, and peace built on compromise is flawed and fleeting. Happiness for one and all is a dream, and the reality is that to the victor go the spoils. That is why we Garleans will never submit nor surrender. For freedom and for pride, we will remain true to ourselves until the bitter end. That is my hope. It seems there is nothing more to say on the matter. You will remain here while I decide what is to be done with you. Do not be alarmed. No harm will come to you if you cooperate.
I got arrested again?
We will not resist. However, as your guests, I ask that we be allowed to speak with the other members of your group.
As you wish. I had no intention of locking you up, as by dawn you would be frozen stiff and you're no good to me dead. You are free to move about the encampment, but there is one condition. Collar them.
What are these?
Incentive. You'll be watched at all times. Stray too far or act suspiciously, and we will administer a rather painful shock. Stop. Keep away from that one. The champion of Eorzea is not so easily cowed. Even if she allowed herself to be collared, the shock would be no more than an itch. No. If she refuses to obey, we will activate the twins' restraints instead.
You needn't worry about us.
We'll forget we're even wearing them soon enough.
Even now, you still... Why go to such lengths? What is it all for?
To prevent the end of the world. On the coldest, blackest of nights, meek though it may be, we must share the warmth of our fire.
You are a curious one. A far cry from the merciless barbarian others paint you to be.
Be my enemy, and I will be merciless.
You will be their warden. Take them away.
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is actually a pretty good end for today, chat. Okay, yeah. It's time for me to end stream. Okay, chat, where shall we go to? Who shall we raid? I see who we can raid. We can raid Soupy. Let's go over to Soupy for today. Wait, let me just double check if she's still actually live. Just gotta double check. Yes, she is. She's playing RV Tear yet. Because it's Saki's birthday, apparently. So let's go. Here are my socials, of course. And here's our raid message, which you can just spam like this. Okay, chat, let's go and raid out to Soupy. Also, be sure to wish Saki a happy birthday once we get there. Alright, bye-bye, guys. See you tomorrow. See you all tomorrow for the next part in our cliffhanger.